dreaming. Don't give it up, Boruto, dreaming. Don't give it up, Sarada, dreaming. Don't give it up, Mitsuki, dreaming. Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it. No, that's right. They said it wouldn't happen. They said it was a pipe dream, but folks, you're seeing and hearing it right now. The Boruto Virgins Book Club podcast. Forget about the One Piece chads. That's some nonsense. This channel's all about virginity, and we have two, count them, two genuine Boruto virgins who don't know a good goddamn thing about this series, and you can gleefully enjoy them, make bad predictions, and not know what they're talking about. I am the captain of this ninja clan, Simeon Mumkey D. Jones Jimmy, joined as always by my vice ninja, Hartsy Pratsy.
Hello, and I guess the typical saying is Christmas came early, but I guess it's only 3 days before Christmas, so we can't say that. But I can say New Year's came early, because this show, when we first pitched the idea, we said we'd start it in 2026.
Well,
and here we are.
This is releasing in 2026 for the poor people, Hartsy. But all the paid members of the Measly crew will be seeing this before Christmas, so shout out to them. And I think we agreed we will be doing bi-weekly / bi-monthly. Somehow those terms have the exact same definition. It means every other week. And
right, because if we went with the original plan of doing one volume a month, it would take us 2 years to get caught up. And
that's how long me and Eggy are spending on One Piece. That's not so crazy, but I guess I should say we are covering Volume 1 of Boruto today, which is only chapters 1 through 3. Now you might be thinking, Hartsy, did I see a reaction? Did you read more than 3 chapters?
Well, you read this chapter 3.5, right?
It was not in my upload. They only had chapters 1, 2, and 3.
Oh no! Chapter 3.5 is included in Volume 1. I'm going by the chapter.
So, was it anything important, or is it just some bonus shit? Because it said it was Naruto.
It was a backstory for Otsutsuki.
Okay, you'll have to inform me, because I was reading it by volume, and they did not include that for some reason. I only got the 3 Boruto chapters.
Oh no! I can't believe it didn't include. Because I am looking at the wiki, the Boruto wiki, and it says that chapter 3.5 is included in volume 1, so...
Yeah, I got robbed on that. I'll have to find it after this podcast. Hopefully you can inform me. But if you're thinking only 3 chapters in a volume, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, Boruto is not like Naruto. It's a monthly release, which means the chapters are long as fuck. Probably, 40 to 50 pages each. So I don't even know if it's that much easier to produce than doing a weekly 15 to 17 page chapter like something like One Piece, or I guess original Naruto did. But currently I'm reading Zatch Bell 2, another sequel where it's a monthly release and the chapters are really long. So if you're like an anime only person and you're confused why there's only 3 chapters in a volume, it's because it fucking filled up 180 some pages somehow. Right, yeah.
The pacing of this series feels very fast, doesn't it? Like within this first volume, we've already started with tuning exams and we're a few trials in.
Yeah, I think maybe my top of mind reaction here should be, folks, I can't believe it either, but Boruto is actually kind of good so far. It's actually a little bit interesting. It's not poorly written yet. I've heard lots of bad things about the future, but so far I am slightly impressed and interested and want to keep reading it. So that's the very best I could say at this moment. I did not expect. I thought this would be like a farce, like reviewing the Velma cartoon, where every week it's just me coming in being pissed and wanting to bitch. But no, I've got 2 pages of notes of shit I actually want to talk about here.
Awesome. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't the awful, it wasn't the god awful pacing or art that I expect. Because when I hear people complaining about Boruto, the top two complaints I hear is that the pacing is bad and the art is bad. And I'm not just talking like the anime. These people say this about the manga, and so far I'm not getting any of that. Except I will say I do think that the action sequences are a little more hard to make out than Kishimoto's action sequences. I don't think the motion is as well illustrated in action scenes.
We haven't had too many of those yet, so maybe they're just a little rusty getting into it. I don't know. Uh, do you have a top of mind thing other than that, or should we start going through this chronologically?
I guess the top of the mind is I think it's interesting how Boruto, how Boruto is very interested in being Sasuke's student, which is a very big development. It's a very shocking pair, and I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Lots to go into with all of these characters, new and old. And let's start at the very beginning, which is an extreme flash forward. The complete destruction of the Leaf Village and all the skyscrapers and everything. It's all been destroyed. And we have a character fighting Boruto on the destroyed face of Naruto up on the Mount Rushmore. And it's a guy named Kawaki. I don't think we get any inclination as to who this is throughout the rest of the volume unless it was one of the two guys who attacked Sasuke, but I don't think we know who Kawaki is yet.
No, and it's very interesting when we look at Boruto. He's very damaged. He has a slash over his eye, which reveals that he has a Rinnegan in the future. You see that in this flash forward. So at some point he's gonna get Rinnegan. That's cool, I guess.
And this guy says the village is destroyed, the age of shinobi is over, and I'm going to send you to where I sent your father. So the implication I think some people are getting is that this guy has killed Naruto, and all this time I'm trying to figure out the mystery of why did that guy at a gas station 8 years ago come up to me while I was wearing this jacket and tell me that Naruto is dead in Boruto, because that would have been very early on into the run, and I'm thinking, how the fuck does that happen so quick? I think he's basing that off of this flash forward at the very beginning of chapter 1, and he's perhaps wrongfully assuming that this guy has sent Naruto to his grave. For all we know, he's sending him to the other dimension that Obito would be utilizing. It could be anything, but unless Naruto dies in Volume 2, this is probably what he was spoiling me on.
Right. It's very interesting. So this is already setting up a very high stakes future for this series. Naruto has at some point fallen and is either detained or dead or has been sent somewhere. And Kawiki is the next big bad. And how far into the future do you think this flash forward is? Because Boruto looks significantly older. He's taller. He's battle damaged. It has to be a few years at least.
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5.
Right. And right now, I think there's only what 12 volume? No, there's 24 volumes.
I think there's
So it's
20 volumes of Boruto, and then perhaps a time skip, and then it becomes 2 Blue Vortex or something, which is like just a sequel series to a sequel series. I don't fucking know.
Right.
So
Yeah,
perhaps we won't even get to this Kawaki shit, even up to the modern day release. Maybe they're not even there yet.
right. Well, at least this proves that the writers, at least behind the series, because it's not Kishimoto himself. He passed off the torch to some other people to continue the story. If they're starting it off with this high of a stake of a flash forward, at least they have an idea of where the story is going already.
And I feel like maybe when you're handed a whole universe and all these characters that already have decades of history and build up, it's kind of easy. I feel like they would have to go out of their way to fuck it up, where they're just handed the entire Naruto franchise, and you don't even have to be that creative. Like the idea of Boruto wants to be taught by Sasuke. It doesn't take a rocket scientist of creativity to come up with that, but it's good in execution. Like I think what I'm saying is, maybe you don't need Kishimoto. Maybe the wheels fell off his wagon in the last 120 chapters of Naruto, and maybe a fresh mind playing with his creations. It might be just what the doctor ordered, at least for me, because I'm enjoying this so far.
Right, yeah. I thought it'd be very tacky. I thought it'd be kind of cringe, like just Naruto Next Generations, and it would just be all about them all grown up. And it's not. It's not like that. It's not.
Well, the
It's
fear
not
is that
cheesy. It's not lame.
the fear would be like all the kid versions of these characters are just exactly like their parents, which
Right.
we might be getting some of that with like the mini Rock Lee, and yeah, you do worry that it's just a nostalgia bait cash grab. But I think what they're doing with Boruto specifically is very interesting, and I guess we should go into that now that we covered that little flash forward at the beginning.
I feel like the main conceit of the series is distinguishing Boruto from Naruto very, very clearly and meticulously setting up how different of a person he is from his father. And I feel like that's going to be the running theme throughout the series of the kids following in their parents' footsteps or opposite or being opposite people to them.
What I find most interesting is this new ninja technology that I bitched about in our previous podcast, but now I see even the author is not endorsing this as a good thing. But
Right.
there's a new, like, you could put this ninja tech on your arm and it shoots out a mini scroll, and you can use any jutsu you want. Free of charge, no effort needed. You don't need to spend 24 hours training in the woods all night just to generate a shitty little Rasengan. This series and these chapters predate ChatGPT, but I think it very much predicted the scenario that every student on the planet, the position that they're in, the concept of I could put in a lot of hard work and pull an all-nighter and really do this research on my own and write my own paper. But why even bother? Because technology, the greatest technological update of this decade is just a homework cheating machine that can write an essay for me in 30 seconds, and it'll probably get a better score than what I would have written because the teacher is using it too. The teacher is also a lazy piece of shit who is reviewing the papers with the very machine that wrote them. And Boruto is in this exact position. He spends all night trying to get the Rasengan so he can prove himself to Sasuke. And the tech leader of the ninja Leaf Village is this shady, conniving, crafty man who doesn't like that Naruto prefers the old-fashioned ways. Oh, please, Naruto, we gotta give a magic ninja tool to every kid. And Naruto says, no, they need to put in the time and effort to build their skills. It shouldn't. I think Sasuke has a pretty on-the-nose quote here. Use your own head a little. Don't covet immediate answers. I think that's just in a nutshell exactly the theme I'm talking about here. And that Boruto, he gives in and he wants to impress Sasuke so much he does use the cheating tool to generate a big Rasengan. And Hartsy, as a young man who spent a little time in school with ChatGPT, you were in this Boruto position here. Did you succumb to technology's horrible whispers?
The only classes I cheated in were math classes. I never cheated history assignments or English assignments because those are classes I actually thoroughly enjoyed and wanted to do well at.
Isn't ChatGPT no good at math?
So we had this app called Phone O Math, and it's AI where you open your camera and you scan a math problem, and it will completely fill out the math problem within the app. Use AI to completely do the math problem,
And it shows you your work?
Yes, and I used that throughout my math classes.
So you were Boruto trying to do the Rasengan. You could have stayed up all night until sunrise learning that equation. Or you could use your ninja tool.
Yeah, and I guess the main conflict of this volume is whether or not Boruto will use this technology to cheat in the tuning exams, which are currently happening. And it's not until chapter 3 at the very end where they're doing a capture the flag type event where they're about to lose and he whips out the fake Rasengan and he officially cheats during the tuning exam.
He
And
he uses it to use like a huge water jutsu, and then he like electrocutes
yeah,
them all with lightning.
yeah,
And
and
somehow Shikamaru and all the people in the control room who are monitoring and watching everything on the cameras, none of them notice that he's wearing
right.
this thing on his wrist and he has a little scroll popping out and he's pulling out crazy jutsu without using hand signs. But then an employee for the tech guy, he's in there spying and he notices and he reports it, and that's how the volume ends. At least it ended that way for me. I guess Hartsy
Right, that
got
is how
some
it
bonus
is.
material that we'll hear about later. But so lots of theories we can craft just from this. Like, is this guy out to get Naruto humiliated that his son would cheat in the tuning exams, and perhaps ultimately they want Naruto to be removed from power since he was against the heavy implementation of this tool, and the tech overlords, they just care about profit. They want to make sure everybody's forced to buy this fucking thing, no matter how much it might deteriorate uh, the integrity of the society.
Uh, I feel like there's definitely going to be a huge dramatic element to where at some point it's going to be revealed to the public that Boruto, the beloved son of the seventh Hokage, cheated during the tuning exams. Is going to be both a blow to Naruto's trust in Boruto, their personal relationship, and the public relationship that the family, of course, has. Because if you are basically the president of this country and your son cheats in a high-level ninja exam, that reflects badly on you and for the whole nation. So I could see this going very poorly for both Naruto and Boruto.
Boruto's basically Hunter Biden here, and this is the laptop.
Yeah, and I guess like Biden, he's gonna get pardoned.
Yeah, Naruto pardons his son and lets him retain the tuning title.
Yeah, he pardons him after running on the policy of promising that he's not gonna pardon my son. I'm not gonna pardon my son. And
Corruption
then
all
he
the way
blew
to the
it.
top of the ninja world.
Yeah,
I'm glad that Kawaki sent Naruto straight to hell where he belongs.
right.
Do we
Um,
think that Sasuke saw through the deception and knew that Boruto was using the cheating device?
I think it's I, I think it's very obvious because in the scene where he's using the fake rising gun, there's a close up of his sleeve, and you can see the device under his wrist, and then there's an inquisitive close up of Sasuke's face. I feel it's implying that he saw the device.
Yeah, there's a great side by side of Kid Naruto doing the Rasengan next to Boruto, and Naruto's face is like determined, intense, so like he's kind of stressed, trying to make this happen.
Right.
And Boruto's face, the big cocky, cocksure grin and attitude, and uh, so I'm surprised Sasuke doesn't call him out. He's very disappointed and says, "Oh, you're not like your father, but in a bad way." Because
Yeah.
like Naruto, he's as a kid he was the knuckleheaded ninja, but at least he put in the hard work and effort and earned everything. Even if he has Nine-Tailed Fox chakra inside him to give him a boost, he at least put in all the training needed to earn his skills. And I wanted to be pissed that Boruto could even generate a Rasengan overnight. Like, even that's like bullshit, but
Yeah, I was just about to touch on that. It's not even that Boruto is untalented and can't do it, because within the first night, he's generating a tiny one. It's a small one, but it is one
it's
nonetheless.
better than what
And
Naruto was doing, I believe,
yeah, it
when
took
Jiraiya
weeks
first
for
taught him.
Naruto. Yeah, it took weeks for Naruto to figure it out. He's already popping the rubber ball, already forming a tiny Rasengan. If he sticks to it, he doesn't need to use no damn technology. But
Is
I guess
power creep
eventually.
too intense now that just by being Naruto's son, he could generate a Rasengan with one night of training?
I
Have they lost the plot here?
I mean, I guess there's already some of that in the original Naruto. Like Naruto, it has all this chakra and power because he's the son of two powerful ninja before him. So I guess following that logic, Naruto's children will also be insanely powerful.
They don't have nine-tail fox chakra. What's making it? And Saruda, even who spends the entire night in a tree watching Boruto train because she's so impressed, and she's impressed because he never puts in time and effort into anything. Just like you fucking Gen Alpha kids and you younger Zoomers, you don't. Nobody wants to work anymore. And now that we have this technology that just does all the hard thinking for you, people younger than you, Hartsy, might never have to have a critical thinking moment in their entire lives.
Oh God.
They just rely on their ninja tools. And I
Yeah.
hope that this story ultimately evaluates this more, or maybe just like the opening arc will resolve this fucking ninja tool thing, and then maybe they'll never use it again.
I doubt it. I feel like a huge plot point of this story will be technology versus tradition. That's probably what they're going for. I
Well,
feel like it's not going away anytime soon.
is a Rasengan generated by Boruto's own strength and skill more powerful than the one that just shoots out of the mini scroll? Like, is there an argument that maybe the technology should just be used and that we don't need to waste time and effort doing things anymore?
I don't know, because it makes it very point that Naruto is against all of this technology. It's all about tradition. It's about learning, pulling yourself up with your bootstraps and learning these powers yourself.
But thus
Um,
far in Volume 1, Naruto is seen to be, I think, exclusively in the wrong. He's sending shadow clones to his fucking daughter's birthday, and
right.
they don't even have enough power to hold a cake, and it fucking evaporates and destroys his daughter's birthday cake. I don't think he's in the moral right in these decisions.
I don't know how I like the idea of Naruto being portrayed as like a neglectful and absent father. Like, I guess it makes sense considering all of his responsibilities, but I feel like it's a little comical how absent and bad of a father he is so far.
Especially when Sasuke points out, even as a child, Naruto could generate 1,000 shadow clones. Where how is he so weak now that generating like two or three, they can't just exist forever?
During the Shinobi War, he single-handedly sent out like 5 different shadow clones to each battlefield and had them fighting all day.
And they fought as if they were just the main character version of Naruto. So
Yeah,
why is he so weak and tired that his clone can't survive a birthday party?
I guess a day of paperwork and public speaking is more arduous than actual wartime battles.
Shouldn't he be training day in and day out in case a bunch of Kaguya aliens show up to attack the village? Like, Shikamaru brings him in a stack of papers as tall as like a human child. What benefit is there to the village to have the strongest ninja wasting his time hunched over a desk like a fucking mangaka, breaking his back with shitty paperwork? Why can't Shikamaru do it? Why can't Naruto be training his ass off to protect the village?
I guess that's what the actual ninja of the village are for. That's I don't know. I don't know. Like we never seen this side of the Hokage's job before. Like the Hokage has always been shown as pretty active and alert.
I feel like Tsunade spent a lot of time hunched over the desk doing absolutely fucking nothing, but that's just how Kishimoto wrote women characters to begin with. But
Right?
it takes the luster out of Naruto's dream when we finally get to see it achieved, and it's boring bullshit that keeps him away from his family, and both of his children are suffering and actively hate his role as the Hokage. Again, I might have made this point before, but if Luffy becomes Pirate King and then it's just like chapters of it making his life miserable, I would want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Why are we making his life's goal a terrible experience?
It's very sad to see how miserable his life is right now. Like he achieved his dream, but his family hates him. And his haircut is. Why did they get rid of his haircut? They gave him a lame ass dad buzz cut. That's what they gave him. He looks like 20 years older than he actually is.
Maybe he's trying to imitate Gaara's horrible changes from Shippuden. And then does Gaara have like a Chairman Mao haircut and style now? There's something sort of like military dictator about his look when we see Gaara show up. Anything else about the changes to Naruto and his sad, pathetic life?
I hope they show him putting forth more effort to be present in his kid's life going forward. Maybe show the internal struggle that he's facing between his job and his family life. But then again, I feel like it's very apparent that we're not going to get much Naruto focus, because at the very start of the series, Boruto is like, this is my story. This is all about me.
But then he says, but in the beginning, it's also about my dad. So I wonder how, does that count all the way to Two Blue Vortex? Is that what he's talking about? We're going to get 20 volumes of Naruto, approximately 70 chapters. Naruto sends his son an email to congratulate him for round 1 of the tuning exams. Is this all intentional? Like in Harry Potter 5, Dumbledore is treating Harry like shit and refuses to look him in the face, but then he has like a good reason for it. Well, a good reason. It was fucking stupid bullshit, but J.K. Rowling thought it was good writing. Is Naruto mistreating his son for any noble cause, or is he just a stupid piece of shit?
I have to go with the stupid piece of shit thing, because
who sends an email for that? You live here in the village, Naruto. Surely the Hokage's mansion is near your office. You can't fucking go home for 1 minute? What is happening?
It's also so tragic, because Naruto's whole goal not goal, but one of his main driving factors was that he didn't have a family growing up. He was alone, and he was tragic, and he had no one to take care of him. Wouldn't you think that now that he has a family of his own, it would be his top priority to be there for him, like his parents weren't there for him?
And I think Boruto has a line pointing that out, like, since he didn't have a family, dad doesn't know how to be in one. It's something really cutting was said, but yeah, maybe that's true. And is it unfortunate that in order to make me like the Boruto character, they need to shit all over Naruto? Yeah, that kind of sucks, but I come out of this mostly liking Boruto. Like, even in his opening narration, he acknowledges he was a smug brat who hated his dad. So, like, at least the character has self-awareness at some point in the future, and even the version of him we get here in his youth, I didn't think was that despicable. I think he's going to learn an important life lesson about using ChatGPT.
Yeah. I thought Boruto was going to be a much more annoying, bratty character, and I mean, I like him in a similar way I like Naruto when starting the series. Naruto is kind of bratty. He was rambunctious. He was mischievous, just like Boruto, but in completely different ways.
Boruto's main goal is not to become Hokage, but just to defeat his father. And the reason he wants to be trained by Sasuke is to learn his dad's weaknesses, which we don't know the motivation originally of why he wants to be trained by Sasuke, and then when it's just, I want to learn dad's weaknesses, and this is the only guy in the modern ninja world who is an equal to my dad. I thought that was interesting that he just wants to defeat Naruto. Like, if Naruto is truly killed by whoever the fuck, Mitsuki or whatever made up name, Kawaki, what do we do with a main character who no longer has a goal to achieve? Like, will the goal move to avenging Naruto's supposed death?
It's very interesting, because at the start of Naruto, we have a very specific end goal set up from the very first chapter to become the best ninja of the village and become Hokage. That's immediately the goal in the start of the series.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Date Bayo.
Boruto doesn't have that same type of end goal just yet.
Look, defeating his dad.
It's just defeating his dad. And I think it's interesting that Sadara, Sasuke's daughter, wants to become Hokage, which is an inverse of roles. which is interesting. I wonder what they're going to do with that going forward. That their kids have inverse roles.
Yeah, Sarada wants to team up with Boruto to take down Naruto so that she can replace him, which I don't know if that's how it works. I don't know if you kill the Hokage if you get to be the new one. Was there an eighth face on the futuristic Mount Rushmore, or was Naruto the final face?
I did not pay attention to that.
Do we know where Kakashi is? Have we seen him yet? Is he still alive?
No, I assume he is Kakashi. I guess he just. I feel like he probably like retired from being a ninja after he lost his Sharingan.
Well, when some real shit goes down, my prediction, homeboy, Kakashi is gonna unretire for one last job, and it's very easy to kill him off. So he'll probably be killed by one of these Kaguya clan, whatever the fucking name of the clan was. Otsutsuki? Do you know how to pronounce this shit?
No.
Otsutsuki. I'm going to call it the Kaguya clan from now on, even though I can't say that either.
The Kaguya aliens are back, and we see them at the end of chapter 2. They're trying to they're capturing 8 tails. They're capturing 8 tails.
Is this Killer Bee being killed?
I think so. So we have the Kaguya aliens, and their goal right now is to capture the tailed beast again. Are we doing this plot point again where we have an evil faction trying to capture the tailed beast?
So they say that these are chakra fruits, and that the fruit took the form of a big beast and then was, forced into a human body. So I guess if chakra came from these aliens, they're here to collect what they gave to humanity or what was taken from them. And the fact that chakra is in the form of fruits is interesting. Like, are we ripping off One Piece here? What's the deal?
Oh God! I mean, so. In Naruto, it's explained that all chakra originated from the chakra tree, right?
I thought it ended up coming from Kaguya and the aliens, but I don't. You're the one who went through Naruto more recently than me. I hope you know.
Right. I'm pretty sure. There was a chakra tree that. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it was a chakra tree. That's what it was, and they came from the Kaguya aliens or whatever.
Okay. And that ends with, I guess, if Killer Bees may be dead, or maybe they just absorbed all of the bijou from him. But when they're fighting it, they have the power to. Octopus beast monster shoots a big bijou bomb beam of power at them, and they just like catch it in midair and then double its strength and throw it right back. So like a super mega ultra magic cylinder attack. How are Naruto and Boruto supposed to fight somebody who could just catch your strongest attack and double its strength out of sheer willpower and throw it back at you?
I guess this is where the power scaling just goes off the chart and becomes completely insane, because they have to up the scale to the sequel series, and I feel they kill 8 tails here, because they return to Cinder, and it's just a smoking crater, and 8 tails is gone.
And that is Killer Bee's body. Was he still alive at the end of Naruto?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that is. I think they killed Killer Bee.
Well, my prediction is going to be he's still alive. He just doesn't have his beast anymore. That's the monkey prediction of the day.
And yeah, the plot point is that they're seeking down the tailed beast, because right after 8 tails is killed, they
sense Naruto. Uh-oh.
They sense Naruto and sense to track down that 9 tail.
So as if Naruto didn't have enough problems with his bitch-ass daughter having a birthday and his bitch-ass son cheating in the tuning exams, now to, I guess, aliens who are as strong as the strongest being he's ever fought, and just fought Sasuke, but somehow Sasuke survived, so how strong could they actually be? But still, they're on their way to the ninja village, probably to fuck it up and try to kill him.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I really hope nothing happens to Ninetales because at the end at the end of Naruto, whenever Ninetales has a redemption arc, he's no longer the evil monster. Naruto changes his heart and they become best friends. It's a real heart tugging moment. So if anything bad happens to Ninetales, I'm gonna riot.
And I wonder if Kawaki will end up being part of this clan, if he's responsible for doing something bad to Naruto. Or maybe that's just so far in the future that now Naruto has complete plot armor, and I don't have to worry about these two characters harming him because they're not Kawaki. Maybe he wrote himself into a corner with that one. Yet to be seen. Uh, so Gara has adopted 3 children who are part of a ninja squad that are going into the tuning exams, but this one guy, Shinki, I wonder if it's actually his blood son, because he has similar sand powers, and he kind of looks like Brago from Zatch Bell. Just a very dark design. What'd you think of young Gara, Shinki?
Uh, I I don't know. We don't really focus on them too much. I think it's interesting to see Gaara again because he was one of my favorites from the original Naruto series, and I'm happy that he has a family, well, adopted family now. Uh, it it makes my heart warm up a little bit.
Well, there was a moment I was excited for in the Capture the Flag game. We have young Gara and young Rock Lee face to face, and that's the best fight from Naruto. So I'm wondering, oh, what are we gonna do here? But he tricks him, and Shinki uses his sand to just grab the flag out from behind him. Doesn't even give him a fair ninja fighty. It's, I guess, to show young Gara, he was just a demonic, bloodthirsty monster who would kill people just casually. But Shinki here, he uses the very same powers to be tactful and strategic, and he doesn't actually harm anyone.
Very interesting comparison there, because Gara was a little monster. He was a demon.
He was the best character ever. He's just killing anybody for any reason.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the highlights.
So really, the best you could do when you're having a young or a child of iconic characters is just make them. You have to decide what is the same and what is different from their parent. And I don't know if there's anything else interesting you could do. Because like Shinki using the same powers to be sort of a passive participant, that is interesting, but it's only interesting because his dad was a vicious killer. So is it only interesting to me out of nostalgia? Is it actually, again, like just an unfair advantage to be playing in somebody else's universe here?
I don't know. I think it's kind of lame that besides the main like two characters of Boruto and Sakura, all the other kid characters are just like carbon copies of their parents. Shikamaru's kids literally just look like small Shikamaru's.
And he acts like him. Yeah, Shoji's kid I think was also fat. I think was that a fat daughter? Why did
he has a fat daughter?
The Ino Shikacho trio, all of their kids also need to be in a group together? Like, come on.
Right, of course, Boruto, Sakura, and Nitsuki is like our version of Cell 7.
Do we know anything about their squad member? What was his name? Mitsuki?
Yeah, Nitsuki.
In chapter 1, Boruto and Sarada say, oh yeah, we don't know who your parents are. And right before you find out, they get interrupted. So do we have any theories who Mitsuki's parents are going to be?
Well, in the volume there is a chapter 3.5, and it is included in volume 1. I'm reading it on the wiki right here. It is a backstory for Nitsuki.
Hey, I'm on mangafire.to/read/Boruto, and volume 1, it just didn't have it. They robbed me.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm reading from the same website I read One Piece on. Hold on. I'll send you a link.
I'll change to read by chapter and see if I could find it here. Okay, 3.5. Okay, I have it pulled up now. Should I read it live on air? The truest virgin content. Okay, we got a crescent moon. He's opening his eye. He woke up. He's in a computer lab of some kind. Orochimaru! Ah! What?
Right. Yeah, right. I don't know if we should talk about it now because I don't want to like summarize this huge lore dump. Maybe we should talk about it at the start of next episode.
Yeah, that is my bad. I didn't read the bonus chapter. Why? This should just be chapter 4. What were they thinking?
I don't know, dude.
Ugh. Well, don't put important shit in non-canon full numbered chapters, you motherfuckers. This is called Naruto, the path lit by the full moon. Just make it Boruto chapter 4. What did the anime do?
I have no idea. Apparently, the anime is like super bad with filler.
Ugh. Well, I wish I would have read this for today, but this is intriguing.
Yeah, it's a very interesting chapter, and I don't want to do disservice to it by just summarizing it. So I think we should talk about it next episode.
My apologies to everybody who did the proper reading for Volume 1. Hey, we're virgins here. I didn't know what to not know. I should have messaged Hartsy and said, "Hey, only 3 chapters, right?" But I'm very bad at communicating with people. Okay.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think I don't. If I wasn't going by the wiki list of the volumes, I wouldn't know that this special chapter is included in Volume 1.
Anything else from the 3 chapters that I did read that we should cover today, Hartsy?
We covered the cliffhanger ending where they're talking about how he cheated, and he's talking to somebody about how he used the object item. No, I guess it's about everything. I don't know. I don't like the tuning exam so far. These trials seem like very fast and lame. The first one is like is a yes or no question, and then they had to save themselves from falling into like a pit of ink.
So I think it's a good parallel with the tuning exam round 1, where they had a test of 10 questions, but the actual test was not writing the correct answers. It was using your ninja skills to cheat and copy the answers from all the people they planted to, because the questions were ridiculously difficult on purpose, because that's not what they were actually testing. And Shikamaru here, he's like the test instructor, and he planned all these, and he set it up so it's just like a pointless piece of trivia that you couldn't possibly know because we're quoting a book that doesn't exist. And the pit, whether you say true or false, the pit opens under both of you. And the real test is, in an unexpected split-second moment, can you save yourself from certain death? And that's what the true test was. I thought it was just fine in the spirit of the original, just quicker.
I think that's exactly what my critique is. Like it's very fast. It's like a flash and it's over. And I get that's a parallel of the first quiz, but I don't. The first quiz was so suspenseful. Like they managed to make a classroom full of kids taking a test suspenseful and dramatic, and this happened so fast that there's really no suspense.
But is it also not cartoonishly stupid that where none of the instructors noticed somebody set up a bunch of mirrors on the fucking ceiling? Like, how did they even do that? What? What are you talking about?
And they're really just blazing through these trials, like the tuning exams. It's they're not really. I guess the main point is Boruto is cheating his way through it, not the trials themselves, because the second one is the capture the flag one, and again, it's very flash in the pan. It's quick, and then Boruto cheats at the end, and that's the big plot twist.
We have to see where they're going with it. Maybe they decided that a forest of death in their modern day society, that's a little too vicious and brutal, because it does seem to be a slightly less dangerous sequence of trials so far.
Right. I guess, yeah. I mean,
maybe like society has become pussified, and that's going to ultimately be maybe a spoiler alert for One Piece, but maybe it's kind of like Elbaf. We accidentally, as society progressed, we bred a generation of weak idiots who don't want to put in hard work, and literal fucking evil aliens are coming to destroy us, and we're ill prepared. Oops. Is that the long-term storytelling here? Is the next generation not ready to fight the Kaguya clan?
Yeah, it'd be a very interesting turn of events. The world is enjoying like an unprecedented time of peace. I'm pretty sure those words are said exactly after the Fourth Shinobi War. Everyone's getting along. There are no major conflicts. There's no war. There's no conflict.
And it's like that old Chinese saying, peaceful times breed the strongest and sturdiest men.
Exactly.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah. Good. We're well prepared for the Kaguya clan. Let's see. Anything else from these chapters? I can't believe I missed this Orochimaru fucking lore drop.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Probably my favorite part of the volume was a special chapter that's reserved at the very end of the volume, and that you wouldn't even know about unless you read the table of contents.
That I got completely robbed of, but we will cover it next week, as well as chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think there's 4 whole chapters, which I guess technically there was in this volume as well. I just didn't see the 4th one. Boruto, he can only generate 4 or 5 shadow clones. And even in the tuning exam, he goes up against a guy who can generate more. Was this guy who can make way more shadow clones and beats the shit out of Boruto? Is he the son of Sasuke's shark friend? He kind of looked like that guy. I don't remember that dude's name.
Suigetsu?
Suigetsu? Did this kid kind of remind you of him?
Maybe. I don't think so. So Suigetsu, he has the long hair of a shark teeth.
I thought this guy might have had a similar teeth, but maybe not. And he had he's pulling out a sword. I don't know. He's beating the shit out of Boruto. So Boruto, he's kind of weak. There's a scene in a diner where they're comparing their video games, and Shikamaru's son takes a look at Boruto's file, and it's like he used cheat codes in the game. And Shikamaru's son says, the reason I like the game is grinding up all the levels. What's the point if you just use a cheat code to max it out? Which again ties into the ultimate theme of using this cheating ninja tool. So I hope all of these kids are severely punished for not being the hardworking millennials like Naruto and my generation, where you goddamn Gen Alpha kids.
Right. I guess it kind of looks like Suigetsu.
Maybe I'm onto something.
He doesn't have the sharp teeth. He has a similar hairstyle, but not the teeth.
Would he have had a romance with that chick who wanted to fuck Sasuke? Karen?
I feel like they had a rivalry going on. I think they hated each other.
So they probably fucked at this point.
Probably.
That's how it works.
We
briefly see Sakura, and Saruda, her daughter, says, "Oh, your mood changes when Dad comes back to visit." But I don't think Sasuke and Sakura share one scene together. He comes back to the village and just hangs out with his best friend's son the whole time, not even his own family.
I guess Sasuke right now, he's like a Black Ops soldier who is sent out on missions all the time, and
he's going to investigate Kaguya's castle. That's in the middle of a blizzardy country.
Yeah.
Sure. How many years has it been? Nothing else has been going on. You're still thinking about Kaguya. I think that's probably it. We'll be back in 2 weeks with Volume 2, plus Chapter 3.5. Anything you want to plug, Hartsy?
You can check me out on Hartsy Prodsy on YouTube, of course.
Any predictions for the future of Boruto we should put out there?
I think Naruto is gonna fall tragically. It's gonna be a sad moment for all of us. And that guy who spoiled you 8 years ago is gonna watch it and he's gonna feel bad for spoiling you on the great scene.
He spoiled me on the opening 3 panels of Naruto, or Boruto, that bastard. Yeah, I hope he's watching. Random guy from a gas station in North Carolina 8 years ago. This one's for you, brother. Peace, people.
Peace.